Dear viewers, I hope you are all fine. This ultrasound video shows a pregnancy of 32 weeks with polyhydramnios, fetal ascites, fetal slow heart rate, and sluggish fetal movements. You can see the fetal head. The lie is vertical with cephalic presentation. Now you are going to see the duration of the pregnancy, and here it is written 32 weeks when we exclude the abdominal circumference, as the abdominal circumference is large for dates due to the presence of the fetal ascites. Then it comes 32 weeks. So the duration of the pregnancy is 32 weeks. You can see the fetal head, and now you can see the fetal cardiac activity, and you can see the slow heart rate of the fetus. When we measure, there is fetal bradycardia. If the initial ultrasound shows evidence of polyhydramnios, sonologist will be requested to do a more detailed ultrasound. Measurement of amniotic fluid volume AFV by measuring the single largest deepest pocket of fluid around the baby. An amniotic fluid volume value of about 4 centimeter or more suggests polyhydramnios. Now, the common causes of polyhydramnios include gestational diabetes, fetal anomalies with disturbed fetal swallowing of amniotic fluid, fetal infections, and other rare cases. The diagnosis is obtained by ultrasound. You can see the fetal ascites. A significant amount of fluid is seen in the fetal abdominal cavity. So this is the fetal ascites due to the presence of free fluid in the fetal abdominal cavity. Now, the ultrasound diagnosis of polyhydramnios is done with the vertical measurement of the deepest pocket of amniotic fluid free of fetal parts, and it is used to classify polyhydramnios into mild, that is 8 to 11 centimeter, moderate is 12 to 15 centimeter, and severe is equal to or more than 16 centimeter. Now you can see the fetal ascites, and this measurement shows the fetal polyhydramnios. In about 80% of the cases, polyhydramnios is mild, in 15% moderate, and in only 5% it is severe. Most cases of mild polyhydramnios are idiopathic, but most cases with moderate to severe polyhydramnios are due to the maternal or fetal disorders. Again, you can see the fetal ascites. In most cases, polyhydramnios develops late in the second or in the third trimester of pregnancy. Acute polyhydramnia, now you can see the measurement of the deepest single vertical pocket of the amniotic fluid, and it measures about 13.7 centimeter. So this is, according to the classification, this is moderate polyhydramnios. Now this is the deepest pocket, and the vertical measurement of the deepest pocket of amniotic fluid free of fetal parts, and it measures about 13.7 centimeter, showing a moderate polyhydramnios. Now, in most cases, polyhydramnios develops late in second or in third trimester of pregnancy. Acute polyhydramnios at 16 to 22 weeks is mainly seen in association with twin-to-twin transfusion syndrome. Now, the impact of polyhydramnios on the pregnancy. Now, most women with polyhydramnios will deliver healthy babies with no problems. If polyhydramnios is severe, it may make the uterus to contract, and it is difficult to get comfortable in a chair or lying down. Again, you can see the fetal ascites and the polyhydramnios. Placenta is posteriorly attached. With polyhydramnios, risk of the following complications is increased. Number one, the preterm contractions and possible preterm labor. Then there is premature rupture of the membrane, fetal malpresentation, maternal respiratory compromises, umbilical cord prolapse, uterine atony, abruptio placenta. You can find some important information in the description of this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel. If you do like this video, please click the like button. Thanks for watching.